Download this code and get free GPT-4o from codegive.com, link in the description below. ### Java URL constructor tutorial. The URL class in Java is part of the java.net package and is used to create and manipulate uniform resource locators, URLs. A URL is a reference to a resource on the internet. The URL class provides methods to access different parts of the URL, such as the protocol, host, port, path, query, and more. ###URL constructor. The URL class has several constructors. The most commonly used constructors are: 1. URL, string spec, constructs a URL from the specified string. 2. URL, string protocol, string host, int port, string file, constructs a URL with the specified protocol, host, port, and file. 3. URL, string protocol, string host, string file, constructs a URL with the specified protocol, host, and file, using the default port for the protocol. 4. URL, URL context, string spec, constructs a URL by combining a context URL with a specification. ### Example code. Let's break down the usage of the URL constructor with an example that demonstrates several constructors and how to access different components of a URL. ### Explanation of the example. 1. Creating URLs. The first URL is created using a full URL string. This is the most straightforward way to create a URL. The second URL demonstrates how to construct a URL using separate components: protocol, host, port, and file path. The third URL shows how to create a URL based on a context URL and a relative path. 2. Accessing URL components. The example illustrates how to access various components of the URL using methods like getProtocol, getHost, getPort, getPath, and getFile. 3. Error handling. The code uses a try-catch block to handle potential malformed URL exception, which is thrown if the URL is not constructed correctly. ### Conclusion. The URL class in Java provides a powerful way to represent and work with URLs. Understanding its constructors and methods enables you to handle web resources effectively in your Java applications. This basic tutorial covers the foundational aspects of using the URL class, and you can build upon this knowledge to implement more advanced functionality, such as making network requests or processing URL connections.